What do you do when you have a boss that is bullying you, that is narcissistic, that is gaslighting you, that is disempowering you, that is making your life difficult? I have an answer for you. I was talking with a client and she was telling me about a particular boss that she had. She works in the film industry and she's very high up in her department. In fact, she's held the top position you can in her department. She's been working in the industry for more than a decade now. She's very well respected and known and has a lot of experience. And she agreed to take a job where she was going to be working under somebody. And what was really interesting was that she believed when she first started working with this person, based on the books that she was being recommended to read, like the Four Agreements and stuff like that, that this person was very evolved and aware and that it was going to be a very good experience. However, it ended up being quite the opposite, because what this person did was run away from healing and doing the work, and created a false sense of safety and security in a world where she could act like she was empowered in her job and evolved in her job, used the teachings that she learned from the books to actually behave however she wanted to, and then made it the other people's problem. Like the one particular truth in the Four Agreements, do not take things personally. If a person would get upset, she would say, well, it sounds like that's your problem. I think your ego's showing up and you need to learn how to deal with it. So she got to a point where she had kind of hit her breaking point, and she got advice from a whole lot of people, and everyone said to her, you don't deserve to be treated like this, you should quit. And I very much believe that we attract the people that we do in our lives, including the relationships that we have in our career and business. And that in every interaction, every relationship, there are things to be learned. Now, if she was to walk away from this job, she would burn a bridge. And the film industry is very tightly networked and very small. Everyone knows each other. And burning a bridge is not the way to go. However, how do you deal with a situation with somebody who clearly is unresolved and is gaslighting and is narcissistic and is using spiritual teachings to throw them in your face and to make you feel disempowered and to flat out be abusive? Well, this is a beautiful learning opportunity. So when you look at a person like that, that is gaslighting and that is acting like is being essentially a legend in their own mind and is acting however they want to act and gaslighting you for it and not being accountable for their own actions and how it makes other people feel, what's important to understand is that this person is not in control in their real life, that they probably have a lot of issues going on in their personal life and they're running away from it and they're trying to grasp power from an external source. Now, power, the only sustainable power that gives you longevity is internal. When we try to gain power and security and love and acceptance and all of these things from an external source, peace, joy, inner peace, it's all fleeting when it's external. When you source it internally, when I know my true divine worth internally, when I source love internally and from the universe, knowing the divine being that I am love, when I source my knowledge and everything, I understand that I am everything. I am capable. I am love. I am a divine being. When I know who I am, my security is rooted within, because I know that no matter what happens, I have the tools to thrive. That is sustainable, because it doesn't matter what people do from an outside source, I can be unaffected. When it's external, the circumstances will change because the only constant is change. So trying to source things externally is fleeting. And when you understand that a person is trying to source worth, love, security, and all of those things externally, you know that they're going to have to keep clamoring to get more, right? So if you can understand that this is what they're going to keep doing, that it's a repeating cycle that's never going to stop because it's fleeting. Those hits, that joy, that power, everything they're getting is fleeting and they're going to come back for more. You can let them do what they have to do because it's the cycle they're trapped in, right? And when a person is narcissistic and lost in their own mind, you can't tell them that their process is flawed because they won't hear it, because they believe they are evolved and expanded. So you just have to let them walk their path. The other thing that's really important to understand is that everything that they do and say has nothing to do with you. This is their reality that they've created. They are disempowered. They are running away from doing the work. They've created this false reality where they feel evolved and expanded and in their power. And the only thing that you can do is understand that everything that they're doing, even though it might cause a reaction within you, it has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personally. Let that person do what they need to do to get their temporary hit of power and security and love. And if you have any emotions or feelings about it, that's when you come and you work with somebody like me that can help you source and resolve that. And if this is a long-term situation, that's why you work with a coach like me that will help you to work through that, give you the safe space to vent, and help you to have the right perspective to be able to endure for the long haul, because it can be challenging. Do not underestimate how powerful it is to vent, but you need to learn to vent in the right places. Now, the other thing that she was bringing up is that it's very difficult to go and have a conversation with HR because what it does is it creates more conflict in the workplace, because then you've gone and ratted on your boss. You can work with a coach like me who works with professionals outside of the professional environment. Get the advice and the support and the guidance that you need, and you don't need to tell anybody that you did it. Nobody needs to know that you did it, so it doesn't add more conflict to the situation, because they don't know that you're getting support, because you're not going to HR to do so. So if you feel like it's going to add conflict to the situation, if you do that, then don't. Work with somebody like me outside of your world to get the support that you need to be able to go back and respond and endure and do what you need to do. Now, in this particular situation, this is a show, and so obviously there is an end date, so it's only a matter of enduring until this show is over. If you're in a job or something like that and you have a boss that you essentially need to evolve into a space where you can learn to deal with this person or resolve the conflict and maybe pivot departments or whatever it is, you can also do that as well. There are ways to stay within the company that you're in and still get the result that you're looking for, okay? So whether you have a end date because you're working in film, or you have to endure, or there's a pivoting that has to happen as a result of the fact that you're actually in a situation where this person could be your boss for a long time, there is absolutely resolution. So, couple of takeaways here. One, understand that when a person is doing this, that they're probably feeling out of control in their home life and they're unresolved, and they're creating that external security, love, power, and everything in their workplace because they've been able to establish that, but that it's going to be fleeting and they're going to keep coming back, and that everything they do has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So don't take it personally. Take care of yourself by sourcing the love and power and security within yourself, and do so every morning so that you can go and you can do what you need to do. And when they do those undesirable things, remind yourself that you are everything, and that if they need that love, if they need that security, that it's okay. Let them do what they need to do. Let them have it, because you are solid within. I love you. I see you. I want to see you thrive.